In the glitzy world of Hollywood, where fame and fortune often overshadow morality, a darker side lurks beneath the surface. Scandals have woven themselves into the fabric of the film industry, revealing secret affairs that could ruin reputations and blackmail schemes that could threaten careers. Behind the glamour, many stories have been swept under the rug, hidden from public view. One such incident involves a beloved star whose romantic entanglements led to a web of deceit, as powerful figures worked tirelessly to keep the truth from surfacing. Another tale centers around a rising actor, whose sudden disappearance sparked rumors of a cover-up that involved influential studio executives. As we delve deeper, we uncover shocking betrayals, hidden relationships, and the lengths to which some would go to protect their image. These 10 scandals remind us that even in the land of make-believe, reality can be far more scandalous than fiction. Known for her vibrant sexual life, Tallulah Bankhead's personal experiences were marked by significant struggles. Throughout her life, she underwent 4 abortions, a decision that weighed heavily on her. Each abortion left a mark on her psyche, leading to feelings of regret and sorrow. These choices were not made lightly, as they reflected the complicated nature of her relationships and the societal pressures of her time. In addition to these difficult decisions, Bankhead faced a hysterectomy, which ultimately impacted her ability to have children. This procedure brought about a profound sense of loss, as she had always envisioned a different future for herself, one that might have included motherhood. The combination of these experiences shaped her view on life and love, leaving her with lingering regrets about the paths not taken and the family she would never have. Her story reveals the often hidden struggles behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood, showcasing the personal costs that can accompany a life in the spotlight. Amidst her rise to fame, Joan Crawford faced significant challenges that threatened her carefully crafted image. One of the most notable scandals involved rumors surrounding an early career film titled Velvet Lips. This film was rumored to be of an adult nature, leading to whispers and speculation about Crawford's involvement in what many considered a scandalous project. The existence of this film became a source of blackmail attempts against her, as individuals sought to exploit the situation for their gain. As the whispers grew louder, Crawford's studio, MGM, allegedly intervened to protect her reputation. Reports suggested that the studio made payments to suppress the film and silence those who threatened to expose it. This move was part of a broader effort to maintain the glamorous image of Crawford, who was one of Hollywood's leading ladies at the time. The lengths to which MGM went to shield Crawford from this potential scandal highlighted the pressures actresses faced in the industry, where personal lives often collided with public personas. The story of Joan Crawford and Velvet Lips remains a fascinating glimpse into the darker side of Hollywood's golden age, revealing the complexities behind the glittering facade of fame. Known for his charm and good looks, Errol Flynn became a major star in Hollywood during the 1930s and 1940s. However, his off-screen life was filled with scandal and controversy. Flynn was notorious for his numerous sexual exploits, which often made headlines. His reputation as a heartthrob was matched by his wild lifestyle that included parties and relationships with many women. In 1942, Flynn's life took a darker turn when he was accused of statutory rape. The trial was sensational, attracting public attention and media frenzy. Despite the serious nature of the charges, Flynn maintained his innocence, and the trial revealed much about his tumultuous life. The jury ultimately acquitted him, but the scandal left a lasting mark on his career and personal life. Even with these controversies, Flynn's star power remained intact, and he continued to appear in major films, captivating audiences with his swashbuckling roles. His ability to charm the public, even amidst scandal, showcased the complex nature of Hollywood during that era. Flynn's life serves as a reminder of the hidden stories behind the glamorous facade of the film industry. Under pressure from her studio, Jean Harlow found herself in a complicated situation that led to a sham marriage. This marriage was not out of love, but a strategic move to divert attention from a scandalous affair that had become the talk of Hollywood. Harlow was a rising star, and the studio was determined to protect her image and career at all costs. The marriage was a facade, carefully orchestrated to quell the rumors swirling around her personal life. Despite this arrangement, Harlow harbored deep desires for a family, particularly with the actor William Powell. Their chemistry was undeniable, and many believed they were meant to be together. However, the pressures of fame and the expectations of the studio kept them apart. Harlow's longing for a traditional family life clashed with the harsh realities of her Hollywood existence, leaving her caught in a web of deception and unfulfilled dreams. The world saw the glamorous actress, but behind the scenes, she battled with her own heart's desires, illustrating the stark contrast between her public persona and private yearnings. George Raft's career in Hollywood was marked by a fascinating blend of on-screen roles and off-screen connections that mirrored the gritty world of organized crime. He often played characters that were tough and involved in the criminal underworld, which resonated with his real-life associations. Raft was known to have ties to mobsters, and these connections were not just rumors. His friendships with infamous gangsters like Lucky Luciano and Bugsy Siegel were well documented. In fact, Raft's involvement in bootlegging operations during the Prohibition era added to his reputation as a man who walked the line between Hollywood glamour and the dark side of crime. His films often depicted the kind of characters he was familiar with, and many believed that his performances were influenced by his personal experiences. Raft's ability to portray a gangster with authenticity made him a sought-after actor in the 1930s and 1940s. However, this connection to the mob also led to numerous scandals that were often swept under the rug. The Hollywood elite were aware of his associations, but chose to overlook them, as his star power was undeniable. Raft's life was a reflection of the tumultuous times in which he lived, where the glitz of Hollywood often intersected with the shadows of crime. His story is a compelling example of how the lines between fiction and reality can blur, especially in a place like Hollywood. MGM exploited Judy Garland's immense talent from a young age, pushing her to perform under intense pressure. She was often subjected to rigorous schedules that left her little time for rest or personal happiness. The studio's demands were relentless, and to keep up, Judy was given drugs, including amphetamines, to maintain her energy and performance levels. This reliance on substances became a tragic cycle, as the very thing that helped her succeed also led to her downfall. The pressures of fame and the constant need to meet expectations took a toll on her mental health. Judy struggled with feelings of inadequacy, and the studio's control over her life only deepened her struggles. They dictated not just her work, but also her personal life, leaving her feeling trapped. This exploitation contributed to her dependence on drugs, which ultimately led to her tragic early death. Judy Garland's story serves as a haunting reminder of the darker side of Hollywood, where talent was often overshadowed by the ruthless pursuit of profit and the neglect of personal well-being. Loretta Young, a celebrated actress of the golden age of Hollywood, had a secret that would shock many. During her time in the spotlight, she had a romantic relationship with the famous actor Clark Gable. Their affair was intense but complicated, especially given Gable's marriage at the time. Loretta became pregnant as a result of their relationship, and to protect both her and Gable's reputations, she made a life-altering decision. She gave birth to a daughter, whom she named Judy, and instead of revealing the truth about her parentage, Loretta presented Judy to the world as her adopted daughter. For over 30 years, this carefully crafted story held up, allowing Loretta to maintain her image as a devoted single mother. The truth about Judy's real father remained hidden from the public eye, as Loretta was determined to shield her daughter from the scandal that could arise if their connection was revealed. This secret weighed heavily on Loretta, but she felt it was necessary to protect her family and career. The story of Loretta Young and Clark Gable is a fascinating glimpse into the lengths some stars went to maintain their public personas while managing complex personal lives. Alfred Hitchcock, known as the master of suspense, had a complicated and often troubling relationship with his leading ladies. His obsession with them, particularly Tippi Hedren, revealed a darker side to his creative genius. Hitchcock's fixation on Hedren began during the filming of The Birds. He was captivated by her beauty and talent, but this admiration quickly turned into controlling and vindictive behavior. Reports suggest that he would often manipulate her on set, pushing her to the limits of her comfort. Hitchcock's actions affected not only Hedren's career, but also her personal well-being. He was known to isolate her from other cast members, creating an environment of fear and anxiety. This behavior escalated to the point where he would make demands that seemed unreasonable, all in the name of his artistic vision. Hedren later spoke out about her experiences, describing how Hitchcock's obsession led to emotional distress and a struggle to find work after their collaboration ended. The impact of Hitchcock's controlling nature left lasting scars on his leading ladies, raising questions about the cost of fame and the price of artistic ambition in Hollywood.